All right. And 1, 2, 3. Spare fingers. Hi, guys, and welcome to La Lucha is Real podcast. I am your host, Angel.
And I'm Edith.
And this is another one of our pre-recorded episodes.
Ooh, yes.
It feels so weird filming on Saturday.
Yeah, guys. Like, we're like doing the most to get episodes to you guys every single week.
Yeah.
So that means like putting in OT.
Yeah, it's like honestly, it has been like it's been a little overwhelming.
Yes, it has, honestly.
Like having to like have all it's like think of it as like 2 months of content condensed into like one.
Yes. I definitely think that. ¿Me oigo diferente?
Huh?
¿Me oigo diferente aquí?
No.
Acá. Aquí. Acá.
Well, I mean, you're closer if you go like
No sé, se me hace que estoy sorda porque no puedo oír. Then again, I just
Can you hear me? No, I think it's because of the concert.
That's what I was gonna say. I think it's because, guys, I don't know when this episode's gonna go up, but it's gonna go up way later. But I went to Grupo Frontera.
Mm-hmm. Tell us about it.
And it was amazing.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, like, they sing exactly how they sound on
the track.
Yeah,
on the track. On the track.
On the track.
On the track. On the track.
Yes, it was amazing. They put on a really good show.
That's gone.
I loved it. I sang my heart out, and of course, I can't really hear. So
I wish I could have gone. I mean, I haven't like really seen any of the posts or anything, but honestly, me ganaron with their song.
Yeah.
I think there's 2 of them that I really like. The more, what is it called?
Trendier.
The ones that I've seen all over TikTok,
Yeah,
and it's because they're so catchy. Like no se va, no se va, and then the 1%. Yeah.
Damn.
But honestly, I kind of just a little bit of what you've told me from their story, like I freaking love that for them, and I'm so happy to see them come up.
Yeah, because you think that it's like nuestra gente basically, and they're so like, I don't know, se ven bien nobles, and I don't know, they
seem very like, I was gonna say como muy humilde, like
muy humilde.
And I fucking love that for them. And even like when you saw the interview of when they're sharing the story about how Bad Bunny was gonna feature on their song, and they had like no fucking idea, like they had no idea that he was even gonna feature, and that you could see that they were kind of like fangirling. Yes. And I'm like, that is so cute. I was like, that is so cute to see like grown ass men fangirling.
I don't know, it's una inspiración, and to think that they started like very in a short, like I think it's been a year or something, a little bit more than a year that they started, and look where they are.
Yeah, to see where they're at now, literally like all the hard work of what it took them in just the span of a year, and like some people it takes them like 10 years to become an overnight success.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Like, and but keep in mind, like I think for a long time when it came to like Mexican music, it was mostly prominent, like you would hear like banda and corridos. That was what was most, and mariachi.
Yeah,
that was like the most thing about it. But I grew up listening to norteñas and everything, and to see a grupo that like sings like the kind of music I was listening to since I was small, like it's crazy.
Yeah,
I'm super happy.
And I'm sure like it has to feel so good to see that like like how you said, like even just a year ago they were doing construction, and to see that their whole life has changed. Their whole life has changed in the course of a year, and I'm like, that's crazy. But like I also think of it as like I know like a year from today, like who knows where the fuck our podcast is gonna be, but I'm manifesting. Like, I am manifesting. I might be a little bit delusional, but I'm manifesting that we're going to be fucking big.
I live in a delusional life, honestly. You guys are like, well, how does she do that? I don't know how I do shit either. I think of it and I just like make
shit like just kind of works out or whatever. But like I think we've previously talked about kind of like the lucky girl syndrome, but I also think that luck is where opportunity meets work ethic. Right? Because a lot of like some people like they're like, oh, I'm just manifesting my life, but in a sense are being like delusional about it, where they're not doing anything to get to the life that they want, and they're just like, oh, it'll happen for me, but then they're not doing anything to actually get to where they want to be.
I definitely think you have to proactively be working towards it. It's not like I'm gonna say it right now and not do anything and it's gonna somehow happen. No, it's definitely not like that. But I feel like once you say it and once you put the thought, once you write it down, because people have different ways of like manifesting and everything like that. Once you put it somewhere, it's kind of in the back of your mind, and everything you do low-key like is attached to that.
Yeah,
you constantly work on it without even really thinking.
Exactly. If you keep something
specifically on it.
Yeah, well, I think if you keep it in the forefront, right? Yeah. That's why some people have to like see it. Some people have to write it down.
I'm a writer. I like to write things
down. And I feel like I have to see it. I have written some stuff down like in my notes and stuff, but for me, like I have to like visually see something that I really want. And it's like you keep that in the forefront, so now that every decision that you make is gonna somehow lead you to that. It's like the law of attraction, where it's like it's gonna bring you to, you subconsciously make all these decisions that are gonna like bring you to what you are like manifesting, in a sense.
Exactly.
And I feel like with this podcast, like, again, it's like where opportunity meets work ethic. With us, it's like
our work ethic on this podcast, not even our jobs. Yeah. We're over here hella putting OT. We don't mind. When it comes to the job, it's like, clock out, bye. I'm out.
No, but with this, it's just like a lot of people, I think, se las hace muy fácil, right? To just be like, oh, you know what? It'll be okay if we miss a couple weeks and stuff.
It's not. I think like creating a podcast or being on part of social media, it's a lot harder than it looks, guys.
It is.
Like, there's so much behind it. It's a process. It's like, and it's not like everything could be done in one day. No, definitely not. You have to literally make time for it I believe every single day.
Yeah.
Because honestly, and we're lucky enough that we have each other kind of to like split everything up. I can't believe like one person just
doing all of
it.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, because if you really think about it, it's like doing the actual, there's the filming, which I think this is probably the easiest fucking thing.
The filming is the easiest.
It's the easiest thing, but it's what's behind the scenes of actually doing the editing and then having to rewatch you guys, we listen to our podcast, like some of you guys are like, oh my god, I love you guys so much, and it's like, you guys, sometimes I'd be sick and tired of hearing my own fucking voice.
Hell yeah. I'm like, why do I do that all the time? I'm like, oh.
And I cringe at like some of the stuff that I say, because I'm like, why did I say it like that, first of all? Yeah. And why do I keep saying fucking type shit all the time?
Exactly.
We say
type,
exactly, definitely, literally, type shit, literally. We say all this like all the fucking time. I'm like, damn. I was like, why are people not annoyed of me?
But I'm annoyed of me. I'm annoyed of me.
So obviously we're here present filming, and then we go and we have to like listen to this shit like when we're editing, and then we still have to like do the snippets, so we listen to it again. And then Edith, when you're uploading, you have to make sure it's like all there.
Yeah.
And then once it goes live, then we listen to it again to make sure there was no hiccups.
And then of course, thankfully we split that, so like usually Angel does audio because it's easier for her, since you listen to it when you're going to work, right? Yeah. And for me, since like my job, like I work by myself in my own little office, so while I'm working, I'm watching the YouTube video as well.
Yeah, so I'll do the audio, you do the visual.
But that's not counting all the hiccups we run into, guys, because a lot of the times, like platforms that we upload, YouTube, our audio platforms that disperses to like Spotify and Apple, like sometimes a lot of times they don't want to work with us. There's glitches, it doesn't upload, like, there's errors, and
there's days they ain't feeling us,
and that's when we have to like somehow learn something and get it out there.
And then not only that, but also when it comes to the snippets, we clip it from the actual video, audio, whatever, and then Val fucking can attest to this, where I'll be on the couch fucking then chopping it up even more, so I have to listen to this over and over and over and make sure that the transitions are like smooth. Sometimes they're not,
because you don't want to have too much on the snippet that doesn't, because lo que pasa con nosotros, guys, we don't get to the fucking point. And that fucking irks me too.
Yes, we don't get to the fucking
me. So it makes it harder for when Angel's fucking editing the snippets, because I sent her like, okay, the idea is here. It'll
be like a 3-minute video, and I like, somehow have to condense this so that we're not including all of our repeat, because we repeat a lot of fucking words, and we
go like, into other directions.
Yes. It's just like, so I have to like chop it up again, and I'll be listening to it over and over, making sure that the transitions are a little bit smooth. And it's just like, I'll be there for like a hot minute, and Val's just like, what are you listening to? I'm like, I'm editing. Like,
leave me alone. I'm trying to see if this is perfect.
But at the end of the day, it's like, we have put so many hours into this,
and we've learned so much, because
we've learned
además it, like, doing the shit, like, we literally have to like educate ourselves on things we don't know, like all this, no clue.
Yeah.
And we had to learn it by watching YouTube videos, researching it, and everything like that.
And we're still not even, like, all that fucking savvy with this shit, because even, like, a good friend of us of ours from high school reached out and was like, oh, you guys should do this.
I love her.
Yeah, I love her.
I love how she thought we were going to understand everything.
I know. She's, like, throwing all these big-ass words at us. Cause
I'm like, Uncle, are you talking to me in another language? Because I do not understand what you're reading to me right now.
She's, like, saying, like, oh, you guys should adjust this and do that. And I'm like, girl, I have no idea what you just said.
Like, thank you, but like, no clue.
No clue.
Oblivious.
I know. I definitely want to take more time into doing this. Things have been kind of hectic lately, but
especially with pre-recording.
Yeah, and so I kind of want to take more. Maybe I'll do that during that break that we're gonna take when you're away. Probably into researching more shit. But anyways, back to the main point. We're talking about fucking manifesting and being delusional.
Then main point. Not even that.
We went down this rabbit hole already. I think manifesting is really good, especially when you have like goals that you want to reach and stuff. Write it down, and like, honestly, like, even when I look back to like the the vision board that we did for earlier this year, like, I'm thinking like some of those things, I might not be attaining those, but there was other things that didn't make it on there, where I was like, oh, like, this shit is happening, like, stuff that I've been wanting for a while, like, this shit is happening, it's coming to fruition, and like, I'm so fucking excited for it. It's like, at the same time, like, I feel like even just if you think about, like, even a few months ago, I would have thought that we were delusional.
Oh, bro, me too. I never, like, honestly, like, I love our podcast, but yo no pensaba que íbamos a estar donde estamos ahorita. And it's not saying, oh my God, guys, like, your guys are not even that big. But it's like, for me, it was like two, like, girls just talking. ¿Quién iba a querer chismear con nosotros, basically?
Yeah.
Like, who's gonna hear us? Like,
who wants to listen to all the dumbass shit we say?
Yes, exactly. And because we want to create something very raw, and whatever you guys see, it's completely raw. It's like our conversations, how we have them.
And not only that, but also
people don't like it.
For real, like, some of the stuff that I'd be like, damn, that's a little rough around the corners.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if you also think, guys, when we say we edit, we don't actually cut things out like in the middle of the whatever.
Yeah, like, there's only some instances where we cut stuff off. But that's because, like, we, like, something happens and we have to cut it. And
yeah. But other than that, like, our conversations are pretty raw and organic because we don't actually mess with, like...
We keep it raw. We try to edit to the minimal.
Yeah, and by edit, it's, like, cutting off the ending in the beginning. Yes. The ending in the beginning and the middle. Like, when we do our break.
Unless something fucking happens and I will cut off. Like, pero it's very rare that happens.
Or like the mic falling or something. I
know.
It's like those kinds of edits, right? But like our conversations are pretty raw and organic, and whatever we say is pretty much what you guys hear, and
that's how we talk to each other.
And that's how we talk to each other.
It's not like we're acting or like it's scripted or anything like that.
I mean, we do have like our topics sometimes,
but it's not scripted. Like,
but it's not scripted.
Reading word per word, and that's what, like, yo dije, pues quién va a querer oír eso.
Yeah.
Like, we think we're funny entre nosotros, because somos bien pendejas, but like, what if they don't think we're funny?
I know. I think there was a lot of times. I think that's like when we initially like launched this. We're like, bro, what if people don't think we're funny? Like, they're just like, damn, these girls are stupid. Like, get the fuck out of here. I mean, there have been those people that are like those kids that be like, let's start a podcast. And I think of the SpongeBob. That SpongeBob meme where he's like, ooh. That ugly ass face.
Yes.
Like, he's like, ooh.
Yes.
He looks like a fucking doof. Like, he looks like a doofus.
But even then, bro, like, let's just put it out. Like, you know, like, the podcast industry is mostly male dominated. And if you guys see that, it's mostly male.
It really is, actually,
like,
yeah.
Which, you know, great, but it's kind of hard, you know, breaking through as, like, a female, too.
I know.
Into that industry. Because there's not a lot, especially POC.
That's true. It is. I honestly, I think a lot of the podcasts that we listen to are, like, dudes.
Yeah.
And there's a few women, but it's mostly dudes.
Yeah, it's mostly guys.
At least.
Because I tend to watch more podcasts that I relate to. So it's more like, you know, like Latino podcasts and everything like that.
Well, I listen to, like, for example, like, even when I listen to, like, true crime. Well, it's women, but I think they're white. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever, but anyways.
anyways. You can, I like I said, I think that part of us has to be delusional in order for us to reach the goals that we want, you know? Like, we have to think way outside the fucking box.
Yeah, honestly, I've said this before where I'm like, bro, if my fucking dreams and goals don't scare me, then I'm not dreaming big enough.
Exactly. Snap to that.
I feel like if they don't scare you in any kind of way where that makes you question if you're actually able to do this, then I feel like those are maybe like some that are like more easily attainable. Like, I just don't think it's big enough where it's like it scares you where you question yourself. Yeah. And me and you have questioned
self-doubt, bro. That self-doubt comes in.
Yeah, that sometimes that should be hitting you like a fucking rock, like
and that kind of goes with what is it called? Imposter syndrome.
Yeah,
that goes hand in hand with imposter syndrome, because there's so many times that we're like, who the fuck are we to be like talking about this, for people to be listening to? Like, who do we think we are? Type shit. Type shit. Damn. But yeah, like, it kind of goes hand in hand, and it's like it's a lot of hard work working through that self-doubt, working through that imposter syndrome we already had since we were like young, you know. So.
And I think a lot of that fear also was instilled to me by, I wouldn't say my dad, because I know, like, a lot of times when I mentioned it in that last episode, remember when I told him that I wanted to be a business owner, and he was like laughing at me, where like I feel like that really instilled like that fear and doubt in myself, where I'm like, man, can I even really fucking do it? Like, am I being delusional?
Yeah.
And growing up, like, I had all these big dreams and goals, and like I feel I'm still like that, where I have all these like dreams and goals and aspirations, but then like there's that part of me where I just remember like
hurt.
Yeah, like that hurt, like when my dad basically was like, "Oh, you really think you can do that?" type shit. type shit. I don't know. I feel like it's instilled where a lot of and I've noticed this in a lot of Latino parents where they want you to start small. Like, I think we talked about this.
Yeah, we talked about
where they kind of want you to be content and like settle.
Yes. But I think it's because of their own experience, you know? And they don't, like, honestly, you don't know, you only know as much as mostly your own experience. So when it comes to our parents, like, eso es lo que nos dicen, porque eso es lo que ellos han hecho to get to where they are.
Yeah, I think it's because they probably, like, at least, and not every parent, but I think a lot of parents come to this country, and let's say they, like, come up on a good opportunity, and it might not be the best, but to them, it's, like, really good, and they're just like, okay, pues, like, I'm just gonna get this, and, like, be happy and grateful that, like, I even got this.
Yeah.
And then people, like, take a look at that, and then they fucking take advantage of that. They take advantage of that mentality because they, like, somehow fucking manipulate you into thinking that you have this grand opportunity, but they're giving you the bare minimum.
Yeah, they get exploited.
Yeah.
It sucks because, for example, like, when I was buying my house, I did it pretty young. I think I was like 23 when I bought my first home. And my parents were like, they did not understand why I wanted to do such a big move and not kind of like follow like the, you know, like you usually get your home with your partner, like get married and like, you know, start off little by little. Like they're like, why do you want to do such a big jump, you know?
And not only that, but you're a woman moving out by yourself. And that to a lot of people, that's kind of like, oh no, like,
I got that a lot. Actually, I got that. It's crazy because for me, I thought people were gonna be more excited for me, like congratulate. No, I actually got more pushback than anything.
Well, tell us about it.
When I got my house, and it's for the same thing, that I was a single woman. I was young, and I was like moving in by myself. That they were like, oh no, how can you do that? Like, first of all, you're gonna be spending way too much money. How are you gonna do this on your own? Basically, a lot of like doubt, but it's more so I feel like it was kind of like projecting from people, because it's like
they wish they could have done that,
or like they don't know how, if they could have done it, because they've always been with a certain person, you know. So I did get a lot of pushback from family and friends about that, you know.
That is kind of sad. Yeah, that, like,
they're like, are you sure you want to do this? Like, I don't think it's a good idea. I didn't ask for your opinion. But okay. I didn't like even for my parents, when I started the whole process, I didn't ask them should I do it or not. I just told them I'm gonna do this, and they're like, and they told me what they thought, but at the end of the day, it's my decision. And turns out it was probably one of the smartest decisions of today that I did.
Yeah, because that decision allowed you to do other things like down the road.
Because first of all, I purchased at the best time, you know, and I sold at the best time because I sold my house as well. And por ese dinero que agarré de la venta, I'm able to live a very comfortable life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was able to take a break and everything like that. So right now, my parents are like, yeah, you did a great move. Like, they do acknowledge that they didn't give me the best advice at the beginning, but they said that they're really proud of my decision.
That's really good. And I'm sure it probably like feels really good to hear that from your parents, saying that they're proud, because not a lot of people fucking get that.
No, and I love that. I love that about my parents. With my dad, it took a little bit more time, you know. My mom has always said that she's proud of us, you know, at any opportunity. But my dad, like, until recent, like, not recently, but until poco tiempo, like, he started like telling us like, oh, you know, like, qué bueno, like, estoy orgulloso and everything like that,
like giving you validation.
And it's honestly, it's like, it feeds your inner child.
It does.
It feeds to your inner child, because you don't hear that often. Well, at least in my case, you know. I feel like my parents, like, oh, I expect you to know that I am proud of you, but
they don't verbalize it.
Yeah, they don't verbalize it.
Yeah. So. That's true. Because I feel like I kind of grew up the same, where like for one, like, we didn't really say I love you growing up.
We didn't either.
But I was just expected to know
that I was loved, and I didn't. There's no part of me that I did not feel loved. We just didn't say it.
Yeah. That's true, because we didn't really say, oh my god, am I fucking things up? We didn't really say I love you, and I was just expected. I never really questioned whether or not my mom loved me. And honestly, even when we first started saying it, it felt awkward. It felt, it definitely did not come out naturally.
But now it's like natural. It's like, oh.
Yeah, now it is. But before it wasn't. Or even like, I don't like, whenever like something good happens, my mom tells me how happy she is for me, and that was normal for me, but then like I think I talked about when my dad told me that he was proud of me, like, that was definitely out of the ordinary. Yeah, that was definitely out of the ordinary.
The world's gonna end.
Yeah, like, I'm like checking the clouds to see si va a llover. But it felt really good, and I don't think a lot of people recognize that you telling somebody how proud you are, like, it feels really good.
Yes. And it's like, not saying like you don't, like, especially your closest people. Like, I know, like, a lot of people, my closest people, are proud of me, but when they say it, it's just like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's
like, family, like your closest friends, like, I'm just like, fuck yeah.
It feels good. And I think some people need to hear it more. Like, some people haven't heard it, and they kind of need to, because it honestly does something for you when you hear that I'm proud of you, I'm really happy for you. And like, I don't know what it is, but I've noticed that there are people who don't like saying it. Like, what is, like, I don't know if you've noticed, but like, huh?
Haters type shit?
You think they're low-key haters? I don't know what it is, but like, some people, maybe they are, fuck, but like, I've seen like how some people, like, les cuesta to tell somebody how happy they are, or even congratulate them.
Okay, I think that's the proud one. I get it with people's like, it's hard to verbalize that, but when it comes to like saying like, oh, even congratulations or like
I'm
I'm
happy
happy
for
for
you.
Low key hater.
Yeah, because I've seen that a lot where, like, les cuesta to fucking tell somebody
Yeah.
congratulations or
Cause
I'm happy
bro,
for
I be
you.
like on TikTok, bro, and luego veo cosas así como, oh, me gradué, first gen. I take my time to like, like quick, like I don't even know them, but congratulations, because that's such a big thing, and that goes with like my close friends too, or friends and acquaintances. Whenever I see that they do something and they're really happy for it, hell yeah, I'm happy for you too. We might not be talking and everything like that, but congratulations, like that's a big step.
Yeah, I've done that on social media too. Like, if I try not to be on social media too much. Like, at least on my personal, I do like the podcast
Yeah.
stuff, but like on my personal, I'm not on it. But whenever I do that, somebody got married, got engaged, they're
Yeah.
taking their trip. I like
got
it.
a new job.
Yeah, I like it, or comment congrats or whatever, and I'm like really happy for these people. But like, there's people where, like, let's say we post like really good news or something, and that's not reciprocated, or like people will see it, pero no te dicen nada. Like,
Yeah.
how, and I think we especially saw that with the podcast. Like, when we first
Yeah.
launched, like, so many, like, we could see who can see our stuff.
We could see when yeah, we could see a lot of when it comes to like the podcast, because it's like a creator page, so you could see a lot of the analytics within that. So just putting it out there, guys, because let me tell you,
we can see the analytics, and we can see, there's a lot of things we can see kind of behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And so we saw a lot of people who we thought, and we've had this conversation before, but there was a lot of people who we thought would be like really happy for us, and they would see all of our posts and never like it, never comment,
or not follow, but see the posts,
see the posts. Pero luego you could see that they actually saw the video or whatever, and it's like nomás lo están viendo por ser like metiches, like they just want to know like what we saying,
what are they doing,
who are they talking
but
about.
you don't know how much of an impact it does to like somebody who's starting small, a creator or a business, to just like follow, like it does a great impact to us,
yeah, or even like, because like you see like how many people have watched our YouTube videos compared to our likes. Like, it's a huge gap between how many people like and how many people are actually viewing the video. And so like it does a lot, and I don't know why some people like les cuesta to do that, like to show some kind of support. And we've had a lot of friends show us a lot of support, and we love you guys so much for doing all that for us, because we wouldn't be anywhere if it weren't for you guys. And again, like, it's not to say that we're like this big thing, but where we are, it's because of all of you guys, like all of our friends, all of our committed
everybody who's been supporting, people who have no clue who the fuck we are but found us randomly on TikTok. Like, thank you so much, because of the interaction that boosts us up, and it gets us to the people that need to see us, or that relate to us, to our content.
Yeah, who can relate to what we're saying and stuff. And like maybe sometimes these people need to hear what we say, and like, and it's not to say that we're so fucking wise and smart or whatever,
but sometimes it feels good to know that you're not alone.
Exactly. That you're not alone. And sometimes we might say things differently than you've thought, and you're like, oh, I never saw it that way. Because I do that a lot, like when I listen to podcasts or other people talk, and I'd be like, I never thought about that. Like, I think on one of
perspective,
it's a different perspective. And even just like between Edith and I, because like I feel like even having these open conversations, like there's shit where I'm like, oh, I didn't see it like that. Like I think on one of our episodes when we talked about, I don't think it's gone live yet, but one of our pre-recorded episodes when you're talking about allowing a little kid to win sometimes, what that could do for somebody or a kid. I never saw it that way, because I was always like, why am I gonna let them win?
And like, kids,
because like just like how kids need to learn how to lose, they also need to learn how to win. And I feel like I never really saw it that way. I was kind of like, oh, I'm just not gonna let them win. But like, see, like just having these conversations between us, I feel like we kind of learn a lot from each other too.
We have like we think the same, but then a lot of things we think differently, and we learn from each other from that. And I feel like whoever's watching or listening, it's kind of like the same way, we want to make sure that, and we said it so many times, that you're not a follower or just like another viewer. Like, you're literally one of our friends, and we're all sitting together, like having a conversation.
Yeah.
Opening that conversation that sometimes it's hard to like have.
Yeah, and like even the people who go out of their way to like go comment on like the YouTube video and stuff, and like there's been people who go on there to share their perspective on certain things. I love that because sometimes I'm like, oh, like that's really
sometimes
cool.
It takes us a little bit to reply, guys. Sorry, it's because we're like swamped with stuff.
Oh yeah, we've been so behind on stuff.
We're trying to get a hold of it.
I know. But anyways, what were we saying? Estamos hablando. The comments.
The fact that we're both like this and we forget so easily is not good.
That is not good.
One of us that
if we get
Thank you for your support.
We get so distracted sometimes. We'll be like, oh my god.
But this is how we really are.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm not gonna cut this out because this is como de veramente hablamos. You know?
Yeah, and it's like I think we've mentioned this before, but like we don't have linear conversations, guys. No. We like bounce around a lot, and
so probably the people that like enjoy linear conversations don't listen to us.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And it's okay.
They probably se desesperan.
Yeah, they're like, what the fuck, guys?
Like, get to the fucking point.
I know.
But I think it's time for our break.
Okay.
Yeah, it's time for our break. So we're going to take a short break and we'll be right back. And we're back, guys. And I came in like...
We're back.
I came back in like a wrecking ball.
Wrecking ball.
I came in like freaking Shrek.
I fucking can't.
All right, guys, so we were just talking about a whole bunch of stuff. ¿Qué pasó?
Cut real quick. All
right, and we're back, guys. So I don't even know what we're talking about, a whole bunch of stuff.
I can't remember.
Me neither. So you know what? Let's get into our segment.
Chisme pa' metiche. Oh damn, you give it like a high voice.
Yeah. Oh, maybe we should do that.
We should like create a song.
Drop an album.
I said song, you said album. I'm down for the album.
Delusional as fuck.
That could be her album name.
For real.
Yeah, delusional as fuck.
Delusional AF.
¿Quién lo va a comprar? Díganme.
Yeah, who's gonna buy it? Who gonna... And then we're gonna have a mixture of like, we can do some like
what?
Latino, like maybe we can do like a corrido.
Yeah.
We can do like a rap song.
Yes.
And then maybe like some rock, some reggaeton. We just like have a mixture of everything.
People are just gonna buy it to laugh at us.
Yeah, they are, for real, huh? All right, so let's get on with our segment.
Okay.
Thank you guys for everybody who submits to
Chisme pa'l metiche.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know where to submit the chisme,
there should be a link
in the bio.
Yes. If you're watching YouTube, if you're listening to if you're listening to Apple Podcast. But guys, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, hit our DMs. It should be in our bio.
Not the DMs.
Oh, not our DMs.
You gotta go to IG and then go to our bio, and there's gonna be a link on there.
Where?
On the bio.
In the bio
of IG.
So I go to IG and then
go to the bio, and then there's gonna be the link on the bio. Yeah. Or you can go to YouTube, and we're gonna also have the link in the description.
Yeah, and just give it a like.
Yeah,
while you're at
it, give the video a like, maybe comment, and then submit your chisme.
Yes.
So anyway, thank you guys for everybody who takes the time, because a lot of these are long as fuck.
I love it. I love it. Except when I have to connect the dots because it's so long, and I'm like, wait, what did I just read over here? Se me olvidan las cosas, guys. Se me olvidan las cosas.
All right, so let me start with. Okay, here we go. Okay, so basically, I think I might have eaten a human.
No, I'm not ready for this. No. I'm already gagging. What?
Oh my god.
Wait,
okay.
What?
Let me keep reading.
I hate... Okay. It better not be a cannibal story. It better be like...
Val fucking hates cannibalism.
Me too.
He gets cringy. Like, he gets like...
That's exactly what happens to me.
He wants to gag. Like,
yes.
He literally wants to gag. Because he does not... I mean, for me, it doesn't, like... Oh God,
No.
that sounds horrible. You know what? Let me just shut up.
No, it gives me an icky feeling, and it's ugh.
Yeah, Val gets that ick too.
Okay.
All right. So long story short, this was this super popular taco restaurant where I live. The business was super good. Everyone raved about this place, including myself. After a few years, I noticed the flavor of the meat was a little off, but I didn't care because I know sometimes when a business becomes popular, they might have to purchase low quality food to make ends meet. But then the craziest news came out. No one knew that the original owner had disappeared. And that the new owners were shady. Come to find out, the new owners had killed an employee and kept her body in the basement of the restaurant where they keep extra produce, meats, and whatever.
When it's going in a panic attack.
When the news came out about it, they noticed her body had chunks missing here and there. And if you know, humans taste a lot like pork. Crying face.
Okay. Oh my God, I'm gagging.
So they're gonna take like the term cueritos real literal.
No. No.
Woo! Okay. Police found traces of human flesh in the actual kitchen. And so, yeah, I'm pretty sure I ate her.
Like literally.
Literally, not the other way. Okay. Also, they closed down the restaurant.
I hope so, guys.
They closed down the restaurant real quick, and now they are trying to sell it, but no one wants to.
Fuck no.
That is some real fucking chisme right there. Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Sorry.
You're like trying real hard not to throw
I'm
up.
really trying to not fucking throw up.
Dude,
My McDonald's
hey,
that I just ate.
our breakfast is gonna be like on my lap.
Guys, this is the part we actually cut out. Oh my God.
Let's go on to the next one because
That is disgusting. That is fucking disgusting. Well, what do you fucking do?
I don't know.
I'd probably be throwing up for a fucking week.
Yeah, girl,
Because one thing is
I would feel so icky. Like
yes.
I would feel so fucking
It
icky.
feels like I'll feel horrible.
Now I'm getting the icky feeling.
Right?
Like thinking about me actually eating it though. Like hearing about other people like doesn't ick me as much as like me thinking about me eating it.
There was a little bit like kind of going through that. I found out that I had such an icky feeling about that. The first time that I felt like this was when, do you remember this episode, this series in Univision where it was like Mujer, Historias de la Vida Real or something like that?
Yes! Con la viejita.
Con la viejita.
Con la viejita, yes.
So one of the episodes, I don't know why my mom let me watch this shit, bro. We would
For
watch
real.
it.
And then our moms be judging the shit that we
Yes. I'm like, girl, I was watching like murder stories and all this shit. So one of the episodes, the guy fucking like chops up his girlfriend or his wife or whatever, and like kills her, chops her up, puts in the fridge, and is like eats her, like for meals and shit like that. And that's when I was like, oh, I found out about cannibalism like that. I was like, what, 5, 6?
Well.
So just to fucking no.
Yeah, let's move on.
Fuck no.
You want to read the next one? Or do you want me to read it?
Yeah, just read it, please. I'm like trying still not to gag.
Okay.
Imagine everybody just starts sending cannibalism stories.
Oh my God.
Chisme Pandita is canceled.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my God.
Next. Un día, I was with my boyfriend at the time and we were watching a movie. My stomach started hurting and I thought I had to pass some silent gas.
Oh no. Oh no, where is this going? I already know where this is going.
LOL. Little did I know that when I did that, I sharted.
Oh my god. With the boyfriend right next to you?
I sharted.
No,
I slowly made my way to the bathroom and got rid of the evidence. I went back to watch the movie and he had no idea that I did that.
She's a fucking trooper, bro. She's a... ¿Se quitó los calzones o qué pasó? Like...
Girl, I don't know, but I need to like if I would be like, I need to shower. I need to... I don't know.
Oh my god. Do you think the boyfriend didn't know, or like he just say so?
He just
Say so.
Wait, but how do you shart quietly?
Que no.
I'm trying to picture this in my head.
I'm gonna pee myself. Oh my god.
I can't stop fucking laughing. What are you?
I'm trying to think about how she got rid of the evidence.
Yeah, because if she threw it in the trash, like, wouldn't he have like found it? Wait. Did she throw her underwear in the trash?
I don't know. She just said she got rid of the evidence.
That's fucking wild. I bet you. That's so unfortunate. Like when you're right with your boyfriend, like, cause like I feel like everybody has a story of them shitting themselves at some point. And if you say I don't, you're fucking lying because you were a kid at one time.
Liar.
But that's so fucking unfortunate. Like when she was with her boyfriend.
I'm just thinking about like the like how without going to notice. Like how does that go?
For real, like, cause I'm thinking like they throw the underwear like in the trash can.
O solo si lavó sus calzones o qué?
But then her pants would get wet.
No sé.
I don't know. That shit's funny. Literally shit is funny.
Fucking kid.
Oh my god. What are your thoughts on that? Like, have you ever like farted in front of a significant other?
Oh my god,
like...
I remember when I did, bro. I'm not a big fan of like, I don't know, I just don't like to, you know?
Pass gas.
I mean, I know it's normal and shit like that, but I don't know. I'm a princess, and a princesses never fart.
And poop once a week?
Yeah, poop on... No, they don't poop either.
They don't poop either?
I'm just kidding. Of course, you know, fuck it. But I'd rather not. I don't know why. I'm not the person that's always, like, fucking farting and shit like that.
Yeah.
TMI, but I'm not. I'm not. But one time, I remember, like... One of my boyfriends made me laugh, like... One of my boyfriends, like, if I have, like, 10...
Which one of all?
One of them.
Just one of them?
Yeah, one of them was like tickling me, right?
Oh fuck no! I'm gonna sock some. I hate being tickled.
I don't like it either, but like he was tickling me, and next thing you know, I fucking fart. And he started hella laughing, and I was like, I no sabía dónde esconderme, and it was like we had just started dating too. I was like,
sorry,
Dios mío, trágame tierra. And I couldn't stop laughing. I was crying like, of embarrassment and laughing.
You started crying?
Well, crying and laughing because I was laughing so fucking hard, you know? And he couldn't stop fucking laughing. He was literally rolling on the fucking floor.
Stop.
And he's like, you see, because we had this talk about like fart or something like that before. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, you see, I told you would. And I was like, you fucking weirdo. Oh my god.
First of all, that's a weirdo. Yes. He's like, his goal is to make you fart.
No, I don't think his goal was to, but like I said like, oh, I wouldn't fart in front of you. I said something like that. And then
girl, I'm fucking crying right now.
So yeah.
That's low-key embarrassing.
Yeah.
Have you ever farted in other public space and it was embarrassing?
No, not. No. I just remembered the story. Who was it? Oh, do you know on the show Supernatural?
Yes.
Oh, of course you do. Castle?
Castiel?
Castiel, there
Yes.
we go. Castle. Castle is another one. Oh my god.
Okay, tell the story. I have to share something with you right now.
Okay, so he was talking about, because yes, es como le hacen como like panels, and they were talking about the supernatural whatever, but they were also talking about their own experiences. So he talks about his fart story, how he was on a plane, bro. He had to eat Chinese food before, and if you say you don't, you definitely have. People pass gas, like silently, that nobody fucking knows, So that was his intention, which he did, But the thing he didn't know it was gonna be so potent, and he was in a plane, and then guess what? The person behind him passes out.
Stop.
Yes, passes out, and he's like, "What the fuck?
Why do I not recall this?"
Yeah, it was one of the interview things. It wasn't like the actual show. They were
Oh,
interviewing.
okay.
No, they were actually. That was a real story, bro.
Also, he really did pass.
Yes. And then he's like, "Oh fuck, what did I do?" And then he's like, "It was so bad, I couldn't contain it, And then he's like, "It was a long flight too." So finally, they revive him or whatever. She said, like, "Here, they revive him. They give him oxygen, to try to get him, because they were already on they were flying."
Do the people know it was him?
No, well, no, but somebody farted, right? Like, they could smell it. They're like, some people were saying it's a gas leak. So, and then the girls they were like, no, they can't be a gas leak. Like, everything's down the plane. Like, you can't get up here. And but like, there's a gas leak. I swear to you, there's a gas leak. And he was like, hella quiet, right? Next thing you know, he's like, okay, so whatever. I thought it was over, and then again, it starts doing it like a couple hours later. He was trying to just trying to keep it in, but like a la misma vez no podía, ¿verdad? So he just does it again, silently, bro. And the person behind him, he's like, what the fuck? He passes out again. And then somebody says, somebody has to go to the restroom. And they're like, no, it's a gas leak. And then they were all debating and trying to still revive the person, because esta vez, hella knocked him out.
I fucking can't.
I'm like, oh shit, no. Till this day, he said, like, he never owned up to it. He was like,
he never owned up. But now, if they watch that,
yeah, they're gonna be like, oh shit.
They're like, damn, that's why I fucking passed out twice.
Oh, but yeah, that made me remember that.
Damn, that's not at all where I thought you were going with that.
No.
But that shit is funny as fuck.
Imagine somebody passing out.
Dude, for it to be that fucking potent.
He said it was like his stomach was like,
Se estaba pudriendo.
Yeah. People are obviously olía huevos podridos because people were
Dude, but was he sitting next to anybody? Cause
yeah, his wife.
Oh, did the wife know?
Oh yeah, the wife was she's like, what the fuck, but obviously she's kind of used to him, yeah. But
that is so. That's a little embarrassing. The good thing is that nobody
well, now they know it was him, but at least they didn't know at that time.
Yeah. That's fucking.
Oh. Also, like, bro, you passed out because of a fart.
That's so. Yeah, for real. Imagine when they fucking cruzan aquí on Charleston and Nellis.
You're driving it. Just not, bro. That shit is potent. And in the summer, prime July. Woo.
Disgusting. There's try to avoid that for the people who don't live in Vegas. So Charleston and Nellis, for some reason, hella smells like fucking sewer. Yeah. And then
always smell like that. Always.
Oh, yeah. And then if you come here in the summer, the stench is so fucking bad.
Yeah. And even if your windows are closed, you're like, you have your
AC, that shit gonna come right in.
Nope. Nah, that shit makes it it's just disgusting.
Imagine they're driving.
Just fucking pass out.
For real. That is insane. Man, that makes what I was gonna say not even funny anymore, because this shit is funny as fuck. Well, it's because you brought up, I think his name is Misha Collins. Right? Castiel from Supernatural. So, Me and Val were watching Supernatural, and this was like a few years ago.
And you farted.
No! So, you know how Castiel, like, the character, has this, like, tendency to pucker his lips a lot? Yeah. So he'll be like, when he gets mad or whatever. And I don't know if you've noticed, but his lips are really chapped, like, all the fucking time. Right?
I never fucking noticed.
No? Go back. I'm gonna show you, but
I'll rewatch it. I'll probably rewatch the whole series in October.
All 13 fucking seasons.
Fuck yeah. It's one of the best shows. I don't know about y'all. I love Supernatural.
Yeah, Supernatural's really good. Yeah, maybe I should watch it. I just finished Walking Dead.
I need to watch something.
Did you know there's gonna be a spinoff?
Oh, there is?
There's gonna be a couple spinoffs actually.
I'm waiting for the one from HBO. What is it called?
This Here We Are? No. The End of Us?
The End of Us? The one with the zombies.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called.
It's really good.
That one's good. That one's really good. But anyways, let me go back to Misha Collins. So he like puckers his lips a lot, right? And he has like really chapped lips. So I forgot what day I was like, why does he do that? It looks like he's like puckering them, but they're already so chapped, so they look weird. And so Val made this passing comment that he was like, yeah, his butt looks like a butthole. I mean, his lips look like a butthole.
Ow, ow. His butt looks like a butthole.
He like puckers his lips, right? Yeah. They're really chapped. So Val was like, his lips look like a butthole. So then dude, after that, I couldn't unsee it. So now
you see his butthole?
Yeah, so we call him, like, we say, like, oh, his butthole lips. Especially, it's funny because he'll pucker his lips.
It's like a butthole.
It's like a butthole.
I need to fucking see it, bro. I need to see it.
Yeah, watch. You're gonna rewatch it, and then you're gonna look at his lips, and you're gonna be like, oh, you can't see it. Well, just like, okay, have you ever like heard a song and you thought it said a certain thing
all the time, bro?
And then when you look at the lyrics, you're like, oh, that's what it said. Have you ever had one that just totally was like wrong? Completely wrong?
I feel like I have, but I can't think of it right now.
So when I was younger, do you remember the song Snap Your Fingers and Do Step by Lil Jon?
Yeah.
Okay. So that when I was young and that song would come on, I fucking loved it, right? And I used to think he said snap your bagels.
What the fuck?
So go listen to the song Snap Your Fingers by Lil Jon, and you're not going to be able to unhear it. You're going to be like listening to it and you'll be like, oh my God, it sounds like bagels. And then when I found out it's fingers, I was like,
you thought this man was just snapping bagels?
Yeah. And then I like went back to like see the lyrics and I'm like, oh, that makes more sense. I was like, that makes more sense. But like, it literally sounds like he's saying snap your bagels.
I have to listen to it because like,
should I like play it?
No, we're gonna.
Oh my God! I wish I could play it. Oh my God! But yeah, I was totally wrong. Totally wrong. But
snap your bagels. Stand. You can do it all by yourself.
Dude, that song is old now.
That song came out in what? We were like
2004. I don't know. Can you imagine? When did? Okay, hold on. Now I gotta look it up. When did
2004?
I just made that shit up right now. Hold on. Oh, 2006. I was close.
Damn, 2 years off.
Yeah, I was 2 years off.
Dios mío.
Anyways, guys, I think we should just call it.
Yeah,
because. Somehow we went from like
this was a weird ass episode, guys. Yeah. This is a weird ass episode. Probably one of the weirdest the subject wise because like what the fuck.
We went from talking about
manifesting and getting your dreams
and being delusional.
Yeah, to fucking eating humans
and then sharding.
I can't. And farts and then now we ended up with Lil Jon.
Yeah.
Make that make sense to me.
Yeah. At least we stuck to our word, you know? Poquito de todo.
If you made it this far, make sure to do a hashtag snap your bagels.
Snap your bagels. Yeah, I love that.
Snap your bagels. Because I want to see who made it this far through our madness, our chaos.
Yeah, and if you actually went and looked up the song and you can't unhear it now, you can blame me. Let me know.
Yeah. All right, guys.
So hopefully we'll be coming back to our regular schedule soon.
Yeah,
with,
hopefully. Hopefully.
Not pre-recorded, but
yeah.
Anyways, what do we say? What's our outro again?
Well, oh yeah. I was like, eh. I'll make sure to like, comment, subscribe. But like I said, hashtag snap your bagels if you made it this far. Also, don't forget to
follow us on IG and TikTok.
Thank you, because I was forgetting. La Lucha is Real podcast. Hey, La Lucha is Real podcast. Like, why does that sound weird to me? La Lucha is Real podcast. That's where we like post fun stuff and interact. And
yes.
Yeah.
And don't forget to leave a review on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Remember, 5 stars. If not, what are they gonna do, Angel?
They gonna hit the DMs.
Exactly.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it, discuss on it, see what your issues are. Not us, your issues. I'm just kidding.
What the fuck, Edith? All right, guys. God. So ahí los dejamos. Que Dios los bendiga. Besitos.
Bye.